Imagine you're telling a lie. Not a small one, but a significant fabrication with real consequences. Your heart rate might increase, a classic sign of arousal. But something far more complex is happening inside your head. The act of lying isn't a single event, it's a cognitive battle. Your brain is actively suppressing the truth, a task that requires measurable energy. This suppression isn't just a thought. It engages the motor cortex, the part of your brain that controls physical movement. In a way, you are physically holding back the truth, and sometimes that effort leaks out into involuntary gestures or fidgeting. Maintaining a complex lie is like juggling. Telling the truth is like holding a single ball. It's automatic. But a lie requires you to juggle multiple balls at once. There's the fabrication itself, the truth you're hiding, the story of the person you're lying to, and your own emotional state. This immense cognitive load consumes working memory. Functional MRI scans reveal that brain regions like the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex work overtime during deception. This mental exhaustion makes it harder to manage other things, like appearing natural. It's why liars sometimes blink less. Their brains are too busy to send the signal for this automatic function. To combat this cognitive load, a common strategy is rehearsal. A liar might practice their story until it feels automatic, reducing the mental strain. But this creates a new problem. Genuine memory recall is messy. When you recall a real event, you remember irrelevant sensory details, the smell of rain, the hum of a refrigerator, a specific color. A rehearsed lie is often too perfect, too linear. It lacks what psychologists using criteria-based content analysis call superfluous detail. The story is a sterile script, stripped of the rich, chaotic texture of actual experience. The very attempt to make the lie flawless is what makes it feel false. But what about the things we can't rehearse? While the conscious brain is busy maintaining the story, the emotional, limbic brain is still reacting to the truth. This internal conflict can erupt onto the face in what are known as micro-expressions. These are full, genuine emotional expressions that are suppressed so quickly they're almost invisible. Think of a flash of fear or anger, or even a smirk of delight at getting away with the lie. These flashes last between 40 and 200 milliseconds. That's faster than a single frame of a movie. They are involuntary, leaking past the conscious mind's censorship before it can stop them. Dr. Paul Ekman's pioneering research identified 7 universal microexpressions: anger, fear, disgust, happiness, sadness, surprise, and contempt. These aren't culturally learned, they are hardwired. A person in a remote New Guinea tribe displays the same flash of disgust as a stockbroker on Wall Street. When a liar feigns sadness over a crime they committed, a fleeting expression of happiness, what is sometimes called duping delight, might betray their true feelings. Spotting these requires immense practice, as they occur below the threshold of normal perception. It's a glimpse into the raw, unfiltered emotional reality that the lie is attempting to cover. Beyond the visible, deception can also create audible artifacts. The same stress that triggers a faster heartbeat can affect the larynx. The theory behind voice stress analysis, or VSA, is that psychological stress causes tiny, involuntary tremors in the vocal cords. These microtremors, supposedly operating in an 8 to 14 Hz range, are imperceptible to the human ear. Specialized software claims to detect their absence, positing that when someone is lying, the muscles tighten and these natural tremors disappear. Think of it like trying to hold your hand perfectly steady. The more you concentrate, the more it might shake, or in this case, the more the natural tremor is suppressed. However, the scientific consensus on VSA is deeply divided and largely skeptical. While the polygraph measures physiological arousal, like heart rate and respiration, VSA focuses on a single, disputed vocal marker. A 2003 comprehensive review by the National Research Council found that the evidence for VSA's effectiveness was poor, concluding its performance was little better than chance. The problem is that stress isn't exclusive to lying. An innocent person facing a serious accusation is also under immense stress, which could affect their voice in the same way. Fear of being disbelieved can look and sound a lot like a lie. Ultimately, no single sign is a perfect indicator of a lie. Averting your gaze might just be a sign of shyness. A rehearsed story might mean a person has had to tell it many times. Detecting deception isn't about finding a magic bullet, but about observing clusters of behavior that deviate from a person's baseline. It's the mismatch between the words spoken, the flash of emotion on the face, and the cognitive effort simmering underneath. The most detectable lies are not those that are poorly constructed, but those that force the liar's brain into a state of cognitive civil war, where the truth fights to get out. Monotony has grown fast. Nearly 2,700 people have watched in the last few weeks, yet less than 0.03% are subscribed. It would mean a lot if you joined by hitting subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.